Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. And we're going to bring you some Pro Strategy Football 2021. And I continue to make college football teams. We have created the 2020 Alabama Crimson Tide, who are 13-0. They'll be taking on the 1977 Texas Longhorns, 11-1. Heisman Trophy winner versus Heisman Trophy winner. DeVonta Smith of the Tide taking on Earl Campbell and the Longhorns. Campbell won the Heisman in 1977. DeVonta Smith in this past college season was the Heisman Trophy winner. It will be PC versus PC. I'll just be calling the game. We were at Memorial Stadium, 1977, Dallas, Texas. Longhorns, coached by Fred Akers, and the 2020 Alabama Crimson Tide, coached by Nick Saban. So here we go, as they say in Pro Strategy Football 2021. Let's do this. And we're going to watch live. So, Alabama, the 2020 Tide, will be kicking off to the 1977 Texas Longhorns. Here's the kickoff. From about the 3 comes Jackson, out to the 20, and that's where he's brought down by a swarming kick return team, kick coverage team of the Tide. Jones and Campbell are in the backfield. Jackson and Jones out wide. Harris is the tight end. For the Longhorns, 1st and 10 at their 20. Pitch to Earl Campbell. He gains the corner.
Second down.
He picks up 5, tackled by Anderson of the Crimson Tide. Second and 5 from the Texas 25. Again, split backfield for the Longhorns. Jones has it. He fumbles.
Third down.
But Texas falls upon the pigskin. They maintain possession. That's a 3-yard gain for Jones. Longhorns have it 3rd and 2 on their 28. Everyone up in the box for the 2020 Crimson Tide. I formation. Campbell the up back. Ham Jones behind him. 3rd and 2. It's a give. Campbell up the middle and he busts through.
First down.
Earl Campbell picks up 9, tackled by Moses, as Campbell parted the Crimson Tide C there. 1st and 10 for the 77 Longhorns on their 37. Split backfield for Texas. Looks like zone coverage for Bama. It's a give to Campbell, and Campbell's going to pick up 3 or 4. They spotted a 3-yard gain, tackled by Ray. Bama's going to see a big dose of ground and pound from these 77 Texas Longhorns. I formation now for Texas. It's a give to Jones. Jones pops it to the outside. He's close to that first down. He'll pick up 5. Knocked to the ground by Allen. That's going to leave 3rd and 2 for the Texas Longhorns. Run formation for Texas. Short yardage. 2 tight end set. Again, everyone up in the box for Bama. Campbell the up back. Wyatt's behind him now. Campbell, 1st down and more. He goes bludgeoning through, cross midfield. Brought down after a 10-yard gain. Longhorns, 1st and 10 on the Bama 45. Split backfield now. Ham Jones and Earl Campbell. Jackson and Jackson, that's Alfred Jackson, and Johnny Lamb Jones are the wideouts. Harris the tight end. McErchin gives to Campbell. Campbell around the corner. First down. That looks like an 11-yard gain. It is. Moses drags down the rolling Earl Campbell as Texas run game is just rolling downhill. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep them doggies rolling. Ride. Texas, ground and pound here. 1st and 10 on the Bama 34. Johnson and Jones, your split backs. 4 down linemen for the Bama Crimson Tide. Looks like man coverage, trying to stop this running onslaught. Johnson up the middle. He's going to pick up 3. No, they'll spot it a 2-yard gain. Smith on the tackle for the Crimson Tide of 2020. RF has joined us here in Texas for this mighty matchup. He says, Al, loved your interview with Pro Strategy Football guys. Thanks. You welcome. No, the RF also asked one question. Are the college teams that come with the game real teams with real players? No, they're the logos and stuff like that are actual. But you have to. They're fictional players, to my knowledge. I'm making the teams from that set. But you can always check the mod community to see if someone else has made them. Thank you for joining us here, RF, on this Sunday. 2nd and 8. Texas chewing up clock here. 9:50 left in the first quarter. No score. They have it at the Bama 32. Jones and Johnson in the split backfield. Zone coverage for the Crimson Tide. 3-4 set. It's a give to Jones. Jones
3rd down.
Picks up 2. The middle was bogged up. Bounce to the outside. Barmore on the tackle for Bama. A big 3rd and 6. McEachern's in shotgun now. Jackson and Mish to the top of the screen. Johnny Lamb Jones to the bottom. Ham Jones next to the quarterback in shotgun formation. Harris the tight end. Man-to-man coverage for Bama. 3rd and 6. Got to watch for the draw here. And there it is. Jones on the sweep. And he's got it. Past the 20 and down to the 15.
1st down.
They run out of shotgun. Sweep right to to Ham Jones. Picks up 15. Tackled by Wright. Here's the replay once again. Sweep right out of shotgun. And that caught Bama by surprise. They were playing pass. Let's look at some game stats here real quick. So at quarterback you have McEachern. And let's see, they've rushed the ball exclusive. Campbell, 5 for 38. Ham Jones, 4 for 25. And Johnson, 1 for 2. I don't think we'll have any Bama stats, but Jones is at quarterback. I forgot to do this earlier on. Your receivers are, your running backs are Harris and McLean, your starters. And, of course, DeVonta Smith, which I don't see on here, but he's in the game. Anyway, should have done that earlier. And there's the replay again. Let's just skip that.
1st down.
1st down and 10 for the Texas Longhorns at the Bama 15. Campbell, the up back. Ham Jones behind him. 4 down linemen for the Crimson Tide. Zone coverage. It's a pitch to Earl Campbell. And Campbell loses the ball. Oh, boy, the Bama defense comes up huge. Earl Campbell coughs up the pigskin deep in the heart of Crimson Tide land. And Nick Saban and that Alabama sideline, they are happy campers, and a very positive drive comes to a very negative end for the 77 Texas Longhorns. Here's the replay in slow motion. Campbell sweeping out wide. Cut back to the middle. He took a big hit. The ball comes loose, and Bama has it. So they dodged a bullet here. Mac Jones under center. McLean and Harris, your split backs. DeVonta Smith to the top of the screen. Mechie to the bottom. Forstall is the tight end. Bama 1st and 10 on their 13. First possession after that long drive by Texas, which came to a miserable end as we just witnessed with the Earl Campbell fumble. Jones gives it to Harris. Harris will get nothing.
2nd down.
They'll spotted a 1-yard gain. Shearer on the stop for the 77 Longhorns. Waddle is now in the slot. Harris the lone setback for Bama, 2nd and 9. And Bama moved. Actually, they're going to call delay a game. Back up the bus, folks. 2nd and 14 from the Bama 9. McLean and Harris, your split backs now for the Crimson Tide. Mac Jones under center. Zone coverage 3-4 for the Longhorns. Mac Jones a throw. A slant to DeVonta Smith. That's going to pick up 6, but it's going to leave 3rd and 8. Schultz on the big hit of Smith, Heisman Trophy winner. So it's 3rd and 8 for the Crimson Tide. 4 wide receivers set. Bolden, Waddle, DeVonta Smith to the top of the screen. Mechie, to the bottom. Harris the lone running back. Man coverage for the Longhorns. Mac Jones to throw. Complete to Smith, but it won't be enough. Could not break those tackles. Tried to make some shifty moves. It's a gain of 5. He was brought down by Johnson. 4th and 3. The Longhorns defense holds. Scott to punt for the 2020 Bama Crimson Tide. He's punting from about his 4. Texas comes after it. Here's the punt by Scott. And here comes Blackwood, and he takes it to midfield. 37-yard punt, 7-yard return by Blackwood. Texas takes over. 1st and 10 at midfield. Remember, their last drive went deep into Bama territory, but the 1977 Heisman Trophy winner Earl Campbell coughed up the ball. So Wyatt and Campbell, your split backs. Jackson and Jones, your wideouts. Harris, the tight end. For the Longhorns. It's a pitch to Campbell. He'll pick up a few.
2nd down.
2 yards. Tackled by Ray of the Crimson Tide. Now it's Ham Jones and Earl Campbell in that backfield for the Longhorns of 1977. Sweep the other way. Earl Campbell.
3rd down.
Great reaction by the Tide, limiting the 77 Heisman Trophy winner to 3 yards. Big 3rd and 5 here. Ham Jones alone setback. Johnny Lamb Jones to the top of the screen. Mish in the slot. Jackson out wide to the bottom. Harris is your tight end. Man coverage for the Tide. 3rd and 5. McEachin under center. God, I can't say that guy's name. Here's the pass. Deep. Incomplete.
4th down.
McEachin a little too long to Jackson, who was defended by Patrick Surtain II. 4th and 5. And Texas will punt. Bixelbin on the punt, trying to pin back the Bama Crimson Tide. And it's going to go out inside the 10, about the 9. 36-yard punt. 1st and 10 for Bama. Second time they'll have the ball here in the first quarter. It's at their 9. Mac Jones under center. DeVonta Smith to the top of the screen. Mechie to the bottom. Forstall's the tight end. McLean and Harris are your backs. This is an epic matchup of epic proportion. Man coverage for the Longhorns. It's a give to Harris. And Harris
2nd down.
Struggles for 3 yards. Good tough run by Harris. Shearer on the stop. Joining us here in Texas, Mousy Dread. Hope all is well. And Alan Griggy. Yeah, once I create a few more, I've only created 4. I mean, I guess I don't know. I'll get in contact with them, and if they can put up the 4 teams again, these are my ratings. I did the best I could. I think they're fairly accurate. Well, I don't know. They're accurate to me. Hope everyone's doing well. Thank you for joining me. 2nd and 7 now for the 2020 Tide. Bolden and Smith to the top of the screen. Mitchie and Waddle to the bottom. Harris, the lone running back. Mac Jones under center. Everyone up in the box. Man-to-man coverage for the 77 Longhorns. 2nd and 7. Mac Jones, quick hitter. Incomplete.
3rd down.
He was looking for Mechie. Covered by Churchman. 3rd and 7. Waddle's in the slot. Robinson Jr. gives Harris a breather. He's the setback now. Smith to the top. Mechie to the bottom. Forstall the tight end. Jones surveys the situation on 3rd and 7 from the Bama 12. Jones to throw. Complete to Mechie, but again, no yak. Yards after catch. There is none of that. He's tackled immediately by Taylor. They needed 7. They got 5. 4th and 2. And Bama, once again, will punt deep from their own territory. Here's Scott from his goal line. Texas has to take advantage of this. Setting up for the return is Johnson. He's to midfield and brought down. So again, a short field for the Longhorns. If you're just joining us, they took their initial drive and drove it to within the 10, but Earl Campbell fumbled. 1st and 10 at midfield for the 77 Longhorns. Ham Jones and Earl Campbell are your backs. Jackson and Johnny Lamb Jones are the wideouts. Harris the tight end. Man coverage for the Bama 2020 Crimson Tide. It's a blitz. Campbell bounces to the outside. He'll pick up 3.
2nd down.
As he bounced off the blitzers, and boy did Bama send everybody. Tackled by Battle. So 2nd and 7, 2 left in a scoreless slobber knocker first quarter. Split backfield for the Texas Longhorns. Zone coverage, 4 down linemen for Bama. Give to Jones. 1st down and more. He races to the 30.
1st down.
16 yards for Ham Jones. Touchdown saving tackle by Wright. Let's watch that replay in slow motion. Great blocking. Excellent shifty running by Ham Jones.
1st down.
As he pinwheels off Bama defenders. The trap play worked to perfection. Bama was playing pass. 1st and 10 at the Alabama 31 for the 77 Longhorns. Jones and Campbell, your split backs. Man coverage for Bama. 3 down linemen. It's a give to Earl Campbell, and the human bowling ball
2nd down.
picks up 7, holding on to that ball. Last time Texas was down here, Campbell coughed up the ball. It's going to leave 2nd and 3 from the Bama 24. 2 tight ends set for the Longhorns. Campbell the up back, Wyatt behind him. Everyone up in the box for the 2020 Crimson Tide. Pitch, Campbell, and he's brought down near the line of scrimmage. No gain. Dale on the stop. Great pursuit by the Alabama Crimson Tide. 3rd and 3. Shotgun formation. Jones next to McEachern. Jackson and Mish to the top. Johnny Lamb Jones to the bottom. Harris the tight end. They ran a sweep out of this the last time they were in this formation. 3rd and 3. Everyone up in the box for the Tide. McEachern to throw. Complete to Johnny Lamb Jones. They needed 3. They got 5. A short button hook. And McEachern put that ball right on the spot. When Johnny Lamb Jones turned, he caught it. Was immediately tackled by Job. But the chains move. 1st and 10 at the Alabama 19 for the Longhorns. First quarter coming to an end. I formation. Campbell the up back. Jones behind him. Zone coverage for Bama. It's a give to the up back. Campbell.
2nd down.
He picks up 2. Smith on the stop. Mish comes into the slot. Ham Jones is the lone setback. 3 wide receivers set for Texas. Man coverage for the Bama Crimson Tide. And that will end the first quarter. And once again, Texas is threatening. They've got to put points on the board. Texas, 18 rushes, 100 yards, 5 passing yards. We saw the only completion, the only pass, actually, I do believe. The mighty Alabama Crimson Tide offense has been stymied by a Texas defense that gave up about 9 points in 1977, but would lose in the Cotton Bowl to Joe Montana and Notre Dame, thus not winning the national championship. Alabama went 13-0, crushing OSU to win the national championship this past college season. Here we go, second and 8, from the Bama 17. Campbell and Jones, your splitbacks. Johnny Lamb Jones and Jackson are your wideouts. Harris, the tight end. McEachern, under center. Zone coverage, 3 down linemen for Alabama. McEachern to throw. He throws! Incomplete!
Third down.
Just out of the reach of Johnny Lamb Jones, who would go on to play for the Jets. Mousy Dread asks, any reason to choose these teams from all the teams in college football? Yeah, they're Heisman Trophy winning teams. Great teams. Heisman Trophy winning teams. That's my Heisman Trophy winner league I'm creating. So. 3rd and 8 from the Bama 17. Mish in the slot. Jackson and Jones out wide. Ham Jones alone setback. McEachern under center. Harris the tight end. Zone coverage for the Crimson Tide. 3rd and 8. Will it be a draw to Ham Jones? No. McEachern to throw. He throws to the out. Complete! Complete to Johnny Lamb Jones. Is that Johnny Lamb Jones? We'll have to check it. Let's watch the replay. My God. They've just converted on a 3rd and 8. Well, let's watch the replay in slow motion. 28. Yes, it's Johnny Lamb Jones. McEachern zipped that ball in there. Lamb Jones found the seam in that zone coverage. And Texas has it 1st and goal from the Tide 8. Campbell and Ham Jones, your split backs. Man coverage for the Tide. Longhorns trying to bash this ball in. Pitch out. Ham Jones gains the corner.
Second down.
Gets close to the 5. 2-yard gain. Tackled by Patrick Surtain the second. Ball spotted at the Crimson Tide 6 now. Wyatt and Campbell, your split backs. Everyone up in the box for the Crimson Tide of 2020. It's a no play action fake. Touchdown to Jackson!
Touchdown.
What a call by the Longhorns! Unbelievable. They even had me fooled. Here's the replay in slow motion. Play action fake. McEachern to Alfred Jackson for the Nestea plunge. Unbelievable. Once again, they had me in shock. The Tide playing goal line run defense. And what a call. Putting a lot of faith in the quarterback there. What a job on that drive by Randy McEachern. So they took the half field and pick up the 6. Here's the extra point by Erxelbin. It is... He misses it! He shanks
Wide
it!
left.
Oh,
No good.
my Lord. Erxelbin shanks the extra point, and it's 6-0 Texas. Wow. Wow. So even when Texas succeeds, they fail. It's a 6-point lead for the Longhorns. Kicking off is Erxelbin. So a brilliant drive still comes to a sort of poopy end by missing the extra point. From the goal line comes Billingsley. He takes it to the 20 and brought down just before the 25. So the Crimson Tide of 2020 looking up at the scoreboard now. Harris the lone setback. 4 wide out set for Mac Jones, who's under center. Mechie to the top. Waddle, Smith, and Bolden to the bottom. Man coverage across the board for the Longhorns, up 6-0. Mac Jones gives it to Harris. Harris up the middle.
Second down.
He picks up
Penalty.
3. Flag on the play. Flag on the play. Offsetting penalties. It's a mulligan. We do it over. Harris and McLean, your split backs. Mac Jones under center. Zone coverage 3-4 for the Longhorns. It's a give to McLean. He'll pick up
Second down.
1. Shearer on the stop for Texas. 2nd and 9 from the Bama 25. I formation, 2 tight end set for the Crimson Tide. DeVonta Smith, the lone wide receiver. Mac Jones to throw. A quick out to
Third
Billingsley.
down.
Out of the backfield. Picks up 4. 3rd and 5 now. For Alabama, they're trying to convert here. Man coverage for the Longhorns. Harris and McLean, your split backs. Smith and Mechie, your wideouts. Forstall's a tight end. Jones barks out the signals. Jones gives it to Harris, and he's not going to get
Fourth
there.
down.
Trap play. Only picks up 2. They needed 5. McMichael, I believe that's Mongo McMichael, who went to the Bears and was also a professional wrestler, on the stop. And that's going to force Scott to punt for the Crimson Tide. Texas setting up for the return. They should have decent field position here. And here comes Johnson, and he's brought down at the 35. 7-yard return on the 41-yard punt by Scott. So Texas takes over, 1st and 10 at their 35. They're up 6-0. Ham Jones and Earl Campbell are your backs. Jackson and Johnny Lamb Jones are your wideouts. McEachern under center. He threw that touchdown pass to Johnny Lamb Jones. Extra point was missed. Harris the tight end. Man coverage for Bama. It's a give. It's a flea flicker. McEachern throws deep to the sideline. Complete to Earl Campbell.
First down.
Unbelievable. Holy cow. Texas pulling out all the stops here. This is awesome. They've really improved the AI. Wow. Texas, who were predominantly ground and pound for the majority of this game so far, have really... Wow, here's the replay in slow motion. Flea flicker. Here's the handoff to Jones. Pitches back to McEachern. And then Campbell, out of the backfield, racing down the sideline, makes the catch. And the Heisman Trophy winner from
First down.
1977 picks up 24 yards on the toss. Wow. That was awesome. Mousy Dread says, Steve McMichaels. Yes, Mongo. Right? Didn't they call him Mongo when he wrestled? So that was a really awesome play call for the Longhorns. I got to watch that one more time in fast speed. Flea flicker. McEachern to Campbell.
First down.
As the fans start singing, deep in the heart of Texas. 3 wide out set for the Longhorns now. Mishk is in the slot. Campbell goes to the sideline to get a breather. Ham Jones, the lone setback. Zone coverage 3-4 for the Crimson Tide. They're in shock. It's a pitch to Ham Jones.
Second down.
Minimal gain of 3. Good pursuit by the Tide. That's going to be 2nd and 7. Campbell still having a breather on the sideline. They stick with the 3 wide receiver set. McEachern to throw. And he throws complete to
First
Mish
down.
on the long slant, 21 yards. Holy cow. Bama again playing for the run. They had a nickel coverage, but they were keying the halfback, Ham Jones, and McEachern tossing the ball around like he's Mac Jones. Here's the replay. Was that a slant? No, it's an out. That's a post
First
corner.
down.
Or a corner route, it looks like to me. 21 yards. And McEachern actually dodged the pass rush. Great job by the Longhorns. They're up 6-0. And here comes Earl Campbell. His breather's done. Campbell and Jones in that backfield. 2 wide receivers set, 1 tight end for the 77 Longhorns. Zone coverage 3-4 for the 2020 Crimson Tide. It's a sweep to Campbell.
Second down.
That went left. He only picked up 1 yard as the Tide swarmed the human bowling ball, Earl Campbell. 2nd and 9 from the Bama 16. 8:41 left in the half. Man coverage for the Tide. Campbell gets it. Campbell goes bludgeoning through.
First down.
Stomping over Bama defenders. He picks up 10. 1st and goal for the 1977 Texas Longhorns. Split backfield. Wyatt and Campbell now. Jones and Jackson your wideouts. Harris the tight end. McEachern under center. Man coverage. Everyone up in the box for the Bama Crimson Tide except for Wright. He's the free safety. It's a give to Campbell. And he's close, but he doesn't
Second
get
down.
there. Earl Campbell bludgeoning his way towards the goal line. Picks up 4. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Smith holding on for dear life for the Crimson Tide. 2 tight ends set. Hall and Harris are the tight ends. Johnny Lamb Jones alone wide out. Campbell the up back. Ham Jones behind him. McEachern under center. Everyone up for Bama. Pitch. Campbell touchdown!
Touchdown.
Great blocking by the Longhorns. And Earl Campbell goes around the side for the Nestea plunge. It is 12-0 Texas. Here's the replay in slow motion. Look at this excellent blocking on that sweep. And Campbell easily
Touchdown.
crosses in to the promised land. 7 plays, 65 yards, 12-0. The 77 Longhorns over the 2020 Bama Crimson Tide. Holy cow. Exelburn missed his last extra point. They're going for 1. It is up. And this one is through.
It's good.
Just sneaks through. Holy cow. Just snuck through that right upright. And it's 13-0. The 77 Longhorns. Joining us here in Texas, SDG Replays. Hope all is well. Texas only gave up 9 points, when you average everything out, in 1977. Again, when you're rating college teams, you got to look at also who they beat. Because Alabama, on offense, they're very good. On defense, I know they gave up about approximately 19 points, but I think it was Ole Miss put up a ton of points on them. Or Mississippi State, I can't remember. And Florida put up a lot of points on them. And again, Alabama, great all-time college team, but their defense, in my opinion, is nowhere near the Texas Longhorns of 1977. That being said, Joe Montana did defeat Texas in the Cotton Bowl with Notre Dame. So it's really fun to try to make the team as accurate as you believe possible. So it's kind of fun. It's easier with the modern teams. There's a lot more information. Here we go. 13-0 77 Longhorns. Here's the kickoff. Bama's got to get something going here. From the 8 comes Billingsley, 20, and brought down just past the 20 as the Longhorns swarming as they come bounding off the field. And here comes the Longhorn defense. Mac Jones and the Alabama offense start 1st and 10 at their 22. 3 wide receivers set. Harris the lone setback. Mac Jones under center. Mechie to the top. DeVonta Smith to the bottom. Waddle in the slot. Forstall is the tight end. 13-0 77 Longhorns. Jones gives it to Harris. Harris picks up 3.
Second down.
Taylor on the stop. It will be 2nd and 7 from the Bama 25. Jones to throw. He has time. He throws. Intercepted by Schultz! Unbelievable! He's racing back! And he is brought touchdown. Almost a pick six. Schultz with the pick. Unbelievable. So everything going wrong for the Alabama Crimson Tide today. Here's the replay in slow motion. That pass was intended, I believe, for Mechie. They're sitting back in a zone, and Schultz read that all the way. The linebacker is sitting there, plugging up that passing lane. He almost takes it back for a pick six. But again, Texas ready to score. Point-blank range, 1st and 10 from the Alabama 10. It's 1st and goal, excuse me. What a huge play by the Longhorns. All week, that's all they've been hearing about this Bama offense. Campbell and Ham Jones, your split backs. Johnny Lamb Jones, the wide out to the top of the screen. Alfred Jackson to the bottom. Harris, the tight end. McEachern under center. Man coverage for the Bama Crimson Tide. They don't know what's hit them. And it's Earl Campbell! And he doesn't get in. 9 yards. Campbell thought he broke the plane of the goal line. But they say no to the human bowling ball. Earl Campbell, number 20. 2nd and goal from about the half-yard line. 2 tight ends set. Campbell the up back. Ham Jones behind him. Goal line defense for Bama. And McEachern throws. Touchdown to Johnny Lamb Jones. Play action fake. Short out. And another nesty plunge for the 77 Longhorns. I simmed this thing 1,000 times. And Alabama was the winner approximately 60% of the time. Holy cow, this is a shocker to me. But the game's not over. It's 19-0 at the moment. Wow. Here's the replay in slow motion. Play action fake to Campbell. Johnny Lamb Jones wide open. He did that little brush block thing and then went to the out. 1-yard touchdown pass. McEachern to Jones. Exelburn for the extra point. So after the interception, it only took 2 plays and the nesty plunge. Exelburn puts it up, and this one's right down the center.
It's good.
20-0. The 77 Longhorns shocking the 2020 Crimson Tide here in Texas. Nick Saban, not a happy camper on that sideline. 5:42 left in the half. I simmed this 1,000 times, and the 2020 Alabama Crimson Tide were winners approximately 60%, just under, I think it was 58-something. Again, the game's not over. Exelburn to kick off, flag on the play. That's got to be on Texas, I would assume. From the 15 comes Robinson Jr. And 40, and that's a big return. They needed that. Let's see where the flag comes into play now. As SDG replay says, Texas D is balling. They sure are. Mousy Dread deep threats are Alfred Campbell and Lamb Jones. Mousy Dread, Alabama, not today. Game's not over, though. Let's see what the flag is about. Offsides, Alabama, Texas accepts, and they're going to kick off again. So everything going wrong for the Crimson Tide of 2020. Here comes Robinson Jr. again, 20, and he's brought down just past it as Texas swarms the kick returner. Mac Jones and DeVonta Smith back on the field. They're down by 20. 4 wide receivers set. Mechie and Waddle to the top. Smith and Bolden to the bottom. Robinson Jr., the lone setback. Zone coverage. 3 down linemen for the Texas Longhorns of 77. Mac Jones gives it to Robinson. Robinson brought down in the backfield. 2-yard loss. Taylor slams him to the turf. 2nd and 12. Jones in shotgun. Harris back on the field. Forstal's at tight end. Mechie and Waddle to the top. DeVonta Smith, the Heisman Trophy winner, to the bottom. Jones looking to throw. To the out. Incomplete. Looking for the tight end, Forstall. But there's a yellow hanky on the field. Is there pass interference? Pass interference on the 77 Longhorns. 1st and 10 for Bama. On their 36, split backfield now, Harris and McLean for the Crimson Tide. Man coverage for the Longhorns. Jones to throw on first down. He has lots of time. He throws deep down the sideline. Complete to DeVonta Smith. He's brought down just before the 20 of the Longhorns. 42 yards. Mac Jones to DeVonta Smith. Here's the replay. Boy, did Bama need this. Jones, the air raid. And there is Smith.
First down.
42 yards as the Bama sideline erupts, and so do the Crimson Tide fans who have traveled here to Texas. 1st and 10 from the Texas 22. Harris the lone setback. Waddle, Smith, and Bolden to the bottom. Mechie to the top. Man coverage for the 77 Longhorns. Jones pitches to Harris, and Harris is brought down. 1 yard loss. Great pursuit by the Longhorns. They won the battle at the line of scrimmage. 3-4 set for Texas. Man coverage, shotgun for Jones. Jones, quick hitter, incomplete.
3rd down.
He was looking for Mechie, trying to catch him in stride. Now it's 3rd and 11. Smith to the top, Waddle in the slot, Mechie to the bottom. Harris the lone setback. Forestalls the tight end. Mac Jones under center. 4-3 zone coverage for the 77 Longhorns. Jones, Harris, and that's not going to do it. They pick up 3. They played it very conservatively. They want to put points up, it looks like. And here comes the field goal team, so it's record for the field goal attempt. He was perfect. He should make this. Young to hold. It is up. It is true, and it is through. So the Alabama Crimson Tide are finally up on the board. It's now 20-3. They needed those points. They would have liked the touchdown, but they needed points before the half. 6 plays, 58 yards. The big play being the 42-yard reception by the Heisman Trophy winner, DeVonta Smith. 37-yard field goal by Rechart. As I put his name in all caps, we'll have to fix that. So Rechart to kick off. 2:32 left in the half. A half of dominance by the Longhorns. Remember, on their opening drive, they bludgeoned their way on the ground inside the Bama 10, and Earl Campbell fumbled. This score could be a lot worse. Here's the kickoff by the Crimson Tide of 2020. The 77 Longhorns set for the return. And from the 5 comes Jackson, 20, and brought down at the 25. Alabama's defense has to hold here. 2:20 left in the half. Campbell the up back. Ham Jones behind him. Johnny Lamb Jones at the top of the screen. Alfred Jackson to the bottom. Harris the tight end. McEachern under center. Zone coverage. 4 down linemen for the Tide. Pitch. Ham Jones. It's going to be a nice run. He cut back towards the middle. Picked up 5. Tackled by Battle. As SDG Replays says, Bama on the board. Check out that wonderful YouTube channel. Campbell and Jones now split backs. And they take it to the 2-minute warning. So a surprising first half of football. Texas total offense 202 yards, 136 yards on the ground, but more surprisingly 66 yards in the air as they let McEachern start throwing the ball, and that really opened up the offense for the Longhorns. The mighty Alabama Crimson Tide have been limited to 3 points and 72 yards of total offense. Both teams have turned the ball over. And let's get to the final 2 minutes of the first half. Jones and Campbell the splitbacks. Jackson and Johnny Lamb Jones the wideouts. Harris the tight end. McEachern under center. Man coverage for Bama. It's reversed to Jackson, and that fools no one. He fumbles the ball.
Down. Penalty.
But Texas comes away with the pigskin. Oh, my God, a little too much razzle-dazzle there for the Longhorns. Flag on the play. Illegal block by Texas. Alabama accepts. It's going to be 2nd and 15 from the Texas 20. 4 wide receivers set. So Texas They're feeling their oats. Lockett and Jones to the top. Jackson and Mishk to the bottom. Ham Jones alone setback. Zone coverage for the 2020 Tide. McEachern to throw. He has time. He throws to the sideline. Incomplete.
Third down.
Jones well defended by Wright. 3rd and 15. 1:49 left. Wyatt, the lone running back. Mishk is in the slot. Again, Bama goes with a zone coverage here. McEachern to throw. He puts it up. Incomplete. Flag on the play.
Incomplete. Fourth
Oh
down.
boy.
Penalty.
Looks like Alabama's going to get off the field. Is this pass interference? Yes, it is. And Nick Saban going spastic on that Crimson Tide sideline, and that's going to move the chains for the Texas Longhorns on the pass interference. 1st and 10 at the Bama 47 now for the 77 Longhorns. They're up 20-3. Alabama thought they were going to get a shot back with 3 timeouts in about 1:50, but that goes for naught. Locker and Jones to the top. Michigan Jackson to the bottom. Wyatt the lone setback. McEachern under center. Zone coverage for the Crimson Tide. McEachern to throw. To the middle. Lockett in stride!
First down.
Pickup of 23. Here's the replay in slow motion. McEachern having quite a day today. Hits Lockett. I think I called him Lockett. In stride.
First down.
On that, looked like a long slant to the middle. 23 yards. Texas goes to the hurry-up. Jones alone setback. 4 wide receivers set for the Longhorns on the Bama 24. McEachern to throw. To the out. Complete. Jackson touchdown! Jackson
Touchdown.
cuts back towards the middle. And the Longhorns have totally surprised the 2020 Alabama Crimson Tide. It's 26-3. Again, I simmed this game 1,000 times. Alabama won approximately 60% of their time, and every game was pretty much close when they gave you the differentials. Unbelievable. The dice are rolling right for Texas tonight, or this morning. Here's the replay in slow motion. The Longhorns up 26-0. McEachern with his 3rd touchdown pass. As Jackson catches it more towards the sideline and cuts to the middle, and he's in for the Nestea plunge. Again, that zone coverage has been awful for Bama. Bama's got to really get it going in the second half. 4 plays, 75 yards, aided by that pass interference call. That should have took the Bama defense off the field, but the interference moved the chains. So here's Exelbin for the extra point. He's missed 1 today, but that sneaks through left upright.
It's good.
And it's 27-3 Texas. The 77 Longhorns putting a whooping to the 2020 Alabama Crimson Tide here in the first half. As Mousy Dread singing Texas fight, Texas fight, Texas fight. And it's goodbye to A&M. Texas fight, Texas fight. As the fans go wild here at Memorial Stadium. Exelbin to kick off. 1:14 left and a half of dominance by the Longhorns. From the 15 comes Robinson Jr. to the 30 and no more. Mac Jones in shotgun. Smith to one side. Waddle and Mechie to the top. Forstall's the tight end. Harris the lone setback. Alabama has all 3 timeouts. Mac Jones, it's a sweep to Harris, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. 2-yard loss. Knocked out of bounds. Shotgun. Jones pumps, throws. Incomplete.
Third down.
Jones looking for the Heisman Trophy winner, DeVonta Smith, but they cannot hook up as they did with that 42-yard reception that led to their only points, a field goal. 3rd and 12. McLean and Harris in the backfield. Mac Jones is sacked!
Fourth down.
As Steve McMichael comes barreling through. And that's going to force a punt. Texas doesn't call a timeout. Here's the return from Johnson. Brings it to the 35 of the Longhorns. Good punt, 52 yards by Scott. 13 seconds left. McEachern in shotgun. He's going to throw the ball. Complete to Johnny Lamb Jones. He gets out of bounds. 7 seconds left. They're going to throw up the Hail Mary. McEachern's going to throw it as far as he can. He scrambles. He's hit as he throws. He heaves it deep. Incomplete.
Third down. Injury.
Oh, we have an injury. And it's Patrick Surtain the second limping off the field as we come to the half. A half of dominance for the 77 Texas Longhorns. They lead 27-3. Let's quickly look at stats. I normally don't do this. I just want to see. Let's look at Texas stats. Randy McEachern, 9 of 13, 119 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Campbell, 17 carries, 83 yards, a touchdown, but he's also fumbled. Ham Jones, 8 for 51. Receiving, Johnny Lamb Jones, 4 for 21 with a touchdown. Alfred Jackson, 2 for 30, and he has 2 touchdowns. Alabama stats, well, pretty much nothing. Mac Jones, 5 of 9 for 62 yards. He threw that horrible pick. And then rushing, they've got nothing going. They've actually only rushed for, what do we got here? 8 yards. Receiving, DeVonta Smith, the Heisman Trophy winner, 3 for 53. He had that long reception of 42. So back to the game we go. And Exelbin will kick off. Texas dominating this game. Let's see if the Tide can turn the tide of battle here. From the 10 comes Billingsley. Past the 20-25. It's a 17-yard return by Billingsley. Alabama takes over first and 10 at their 28. McLean and Harris are your backs. DeVonta Smith to the bottom of the screen. Mechie to the top. Forstall's the tight end. Mac Jones has to get it going here on offense. As Brad62 says, this is so realistic. I always knew Bama was overrated. I think their defense is overrated because when I looked at all the games, obviously they're a great team. They went undefeated. But I think every college defense nowadays is overrated. Florida put up points. I want to say it was Ole Miss or Mississippi State put up a ton of points. A couple other teams put up decent points. So I had to take that into account. Though I think their defense is fairly rated. And again, I simmed this 1,000 times. It's a cool thing you can do with this game. You can sim it 100 or 1,000. I simmed it 100, and then I simmed it 1,000. And it was about a 60% win chance for Alabama. Things are just going right, as we say, with the dice rolls in the back room tonight. Jones back to pass. He throws. Complete to Mechie. First down. Alabama goes to the hurry-up. 4 wide receivers set, and I think Bama moves. So they try to change the tide of battle. But I think they jumped. They moved. Wow. They went to the hurry-up, and they got to delay a game. So that's, wow. So Bama really just shooting their toes off now. It's going to be 1st and 15. Joining us here in Texas, our great friend Anthony from Bleacher Bums Gaming. Remember to check out Glory Days Boxing on SidelineStrategies.com. My favorite card and dice sports game, period. But I'm a big boxing fan. It's a wonderful game. He says, holy cow, Longhorns laying the smackdown. And it could be worse, Anthony. Earl Campbell on the initial drive fumbled inside the 10 of the Tide. I'm going to make BYU for you, my friend. So 1st and 15 for Alabama. On their 37. Mac Jones hands it to McLean. He'll pick up 2.
2nd down.
Tackled by Taylor. Again, Bama goes to the hurry-up. 3 wide receivers set. Pitch to Harris. He's going to lose yards.
3rd down. Out of bounds.
Loss of 1. What pursuit by the Longhorns as they go bashing through the Bama offensive line. Alabama goes to the line quickly. 3rd and 14. Mac Jones trying to convert. He throws. Complete to Waddle.
First down, out of bounds.
14 yards. Again, Alabama goes to the hurry-up. Shotgun. Jones having time. Throws. Complete to Waddle again. Here comes the Alabama Crimson Tide. Quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Jones under center. Here comes the blitz. Jones to the flat. Robinson racing past the 20, 15, 10, and knocked out of bounds.
First down,
so Alabama goes to the hurry-up. Nick Saban says, let's go, boys, let's go. 23 yards. Let's watch that replay in slow motion. Here comes the blitz. Mac Jones sidesteps the blitz, hits Robinson out of the backfield, and Robinson racing down the sideline makes a nice move and goes out inside the 10.
First down, out
the
of
Tide
bounds.
are not dead yet. Again, Alabama to the line of scrimmage. 4 wide receivers set. Harris the lone setback. Here's the blitz. Jones under pressure throws. Harris catches it at the goal line. He does not get in. 2nd and goal. Unbelievable. Again, here's a replay in slow motion. Here comes the all-out blitz. Ballroom blitz. Mac Jones standing tall in the pocket, steps up, hits Harris out of the backfield. Bama quickly to the line. Harris, touchdown, Alabama!
Touchdown.
And Alabama's potent offense has woke up here in the second half. Holy cow. Boy, did they need that. Here's the replay in slow motion. Harris going over the left side and in for the nasty plunge. And
Touchdown.
Nick Saban revving his team up on that sideline. Beautiful counter left. 27-9. Here comes Scott for the Rickard for the extra point, and he's perfect. He did not miss an extra point or a field goal this past season.
It's good.
So if they're in range, he's going to make it. And again, for some reason, I put his name in caps. I was tired. It was early morning. 26-10. Patrick Surtain's ready to come back on the field for Bama on defense, the cornerback. 8 plays, 72 yards, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Bama still trails by 17. Is there a miracle comeback for the 2020 Crimson Tide? Will there be a shootout in Texas? Rickard boots the ball. Longhorns setting up for the return. From about the 8 comes Jackson, and he's brought down before the 25. So will Texas go back to ground and pound and try to chew up some clock here? Earl Campbell and Ham Jones, your split backs. Johnny Lamb Jones to the top. Alfred Jackson to the bottom. Harris the tight end. McEachern under center. 4-3 man coverage for the 2020 Tide. Sweep Campbell. He's got some room. He picks up 8.
2nd down.
So Texas decides we're going to go ground and pound. 2nd and 2, I formation, 2 tight end set. Campbell the up back, and he is smothered.
3rd down.
Campbell is smothered. The bowling ball goes no further than the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 2. Again, 2 tight end set. This is huge for Alabama. They're trying to come up big here. Campbell the up back, Wyatt behind him. Everyone up for the Tide. Play action fake. McEachern throws. Incomplete.
4th down.
No flags. Surtain on the coverage of Hall. And Alabama has held. Here comes the punt by Exelben. Bama comes after it, but they don't get there. Here's the return by the Tide. Bolden brought down, minimal gain of 3 on the 47-yard punt by Exelben. Alabama down 17, 1st and 10 at their 24, 10:52 left in the 3rd quarter. Harris the lone setback. Mechie and Waddle to the top, Smith and Bolden to the bottom. Mac Jones under center, zone coverage for Texas. Jones, screen, Harris, 30, first down, 40, and brought down.
1st down.
18 yards on the screen to Harris. Texas playing pass, but now Bama executing. 4 wideouts set again. Jones under center. Jones a throw. Incomplete.
Second down.
Medium, short slant to Mechie, well covered by Churchman, who Mousy Dread said missed that tackle on that touchdown drive of the Crimson Tide. McLean and Harris now are your split backs. Smith to the top, Mechie to the bottom. Mac Jones under center. Forstall is the tight end. Man coverage for the 77 Longhorns on 2nd and 10. Harris on the sweep, and he's racing down the sideline. Past midfield, 14 yards. Hatchet gets him by the ankles, or he was going to go all the way. Here's the replay. There's the pitch to Harris. Gains the quarter and a lot more.
First down.
1st and 10 for the Tide on the Texas 44. McLean and Robinson are your backs now. Man coverage for the Longhorns. Mac Jones assesses the situation under center. Jones to throw. It's a quick hitter to Smith.
Down.
But the Longhorns are well schooled on that play. It's only a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 from the Texas 43. Again, the split backfield for the Tide. Man coverage 3-4 for the Longhorns. Jones to throw. Jones has times. Extra blockers. Complete to Mechie! And he'll pick up some yak. 17 yards. Jones to Mechie. Blackwood on the tackle. Bama starting to get that engine rolling. 1st and 10 at the Texas 26. There's some concern here at Memorial Stadium. Now, I formation for the 2020 Crimson Tide. Jones gives it to Harris. Harris will pick up 3. Campbell, and that's not Earl Campbell, on the tackle. 2nd and 7. 7:37 left in the third quarter. The 77 Longhorns 27, the 2020 Crimson Tide 10. Mechie Waddle to the top, Smith and Bolden to the bottom, 4 wide out set. Harris the lone setback. Mac Jones barks out the signals. Man-to-man coverage across the board for the 77 Longhorns. Jones to throw. Incomplete.
3rd down.
Looking for that quick short slant to Mechie. It's 3rd and 7. Churchman on the coverage. 3rd and 7. Jones in shotgun. Harris next to him. Mechie and Waddle to the top. Forstall's the tight end towards the bottom. DeVonta Smith, the Heisman Trophy winner. The lone wideout to the bottom side. Across the board again. Man coverage 3-4 for this vaunted Texas defense. Shotgun snap. Here's the blitz. Hand off to Harris. And he fumbles! He runs into the blitz. He's kapopped. The ball goes kapoop. And the Longhorns come away with the Pigskins, denying Alabama any points. What a huge turnover. Here's the replay in agonizing slow motion for the Bama fans. An all-out blitz.
Fumble.
And Harris ran into it. The ball went bippity-boppity-boom. And the Longhorns have it. So another crucial turnover by the Bama Crimson Tide. Texas takes over. Boy, did they dodge a bullet. They still lead 27-10. 1st and 10 for Texas on their 24. Ham Jones, the lone setback. Mishka's in the slot. Johnny Lamb Jones and Alfred Jackson, your wideouts. Harris, the tight end. 3-4 zone coverage for Alabama's defense. They're going to start to tire. It's a give to Ham Jones.
2nd down.
Picks up 1. It was a struggle to get that 1 yard. Ray on the tackle. Campbell and Jones in the backfield now. It's a split backfield. Man coverage for the Tide. Campbell up the middle as he breaks 2 to 3 tackles. Picks up 6. Finally brought down by the ankles by Battle. 3rd and 3 for Texas. They want to stretch the Bama defense out here. Lockett, Jones, and Mishk to the top. Alfred Jackson to the bottom. Ham Jones alone setback on 3rd and 3. McEachern under center. He can run also. It's a give to Ham Jones. 1st down.
1st down. Penalty.
Oh boy. Yellow hanky on the field. Personal foul on the 2020 Tide. That's going to take the ball to midfield for the Longhorns. The Tide losing their composure. 1st and 10 at midfield, 6:05 to play in the third quarter. I formation, Campbell the up back, Jones behind him. Zone coverage for the Crimson Tide. It's a give to Campbell. He's got a lot of running room. And he's going to pick up 9. Anderson on the stop. Two tight ends set now for the Longhorns. Harrison Hall, your tight ends. Johnny Lamb-Jones tight to the line. He's the lone wideout. Campbell, the up back. Ham Jones behind him. Second and one from the Alabama 41. Everyone up in the box for Bama. Pitch out. Ham Jones stopped.
Third down.
Loss of 1. Great job by the Alabama defense. Barmore on the tackle. Again, two tight ends set. As Texas looks to bludgeon for these 2 yards and move the chains. Everyone up on the box for Bama. It's Campbell and Wyatt. I formation. Wyatt behind Campbell. It's a give to Campbell. He didn't get there.
Fourth down.
He didn't get there. Unbelievable. Bama denies a 77 Heisman Trophy winner. They needed 2. Campbell only got 1. 4th and 1. And Exelbrin will punt. Texas will not chance it with a 17-point lead, and the punt goes out inside the 10. So Bama's defense stands stout. Brad62 says, Texas gathered their stats and ratings playing vastly inferior teams compared to Bama. Yes and no. Bama also beat up on very inferior teams, Brad. So, and again, I pointed out that Notre Dame did beat them, but they only gave up 9 points when you put everything together. You gotta, Bama gave up mega points in games at times. So, again, I think defenses of modern college football, in my opinion, stink. They don't put... Defense is horrible in college football nowadays. When Bama's defense played well, they played well against inferior teams. That's your terminology. Inferior teams, you're saying about Texas. And I'm not disagreeing with you. Yeah, they beat up on... Everyone... That's college football. You beat up on bad teams. That's where your stats are made. Same thing in high school football. Bama has the ball. First and 10 after 8. Mac Jones, quick out. DeVonta Smith, that picks up 7. 4 wide receivers set. Robinson, the lone setback. Alabama's got to get going here. They're down 17. It's a blitz. The pitch to Robinson. He's close to the first.
Out of bounds.
And he's got it. Good job by Robinson. Philip Reynolds joined us. He asks, when's the Super Bowl sim out? It'll be soon. Harris and McLean, the split backs. 2:55 left in the third quarter. Bama down 17. Jones under center. Facing zone coverage. McLean on the sweep.
Second down.
He'll pick up 3. Copeland on the tackle. 4 wide receivers set for Bama. Bolden and Smith to the top. Waddle and Mitchie to the bottom. Harris alone setback. Zone coverage 3-4 for the 77 Longhorns. Jones to throw. He's got time. Incomplete.
Third down.
That's going to make it 3rd and 7. He was looking for DeVonta Smith, excuse me. Again, 4 wide receivers set. Texas will use a zone coverage. Oh, Nelly. There's a flag. It's going to be a delay of game on Bama. Makes it tougher. 3rd and 12. Waddle, Smith, and Bolden to the bottom. Mechie to the top. Harris, the lone running back. 2 deep zone for the 77 Longhorns. Jones is under duress, and he is sacked. Steve Mongol McMichaels gets him again. 4th and 15, and Bama will punt. Scott will punt from his end zone. Texas coming after it. 27-10. The Longhorns will have great field position here. From midfield comes Johnson, takes it close to the 45. They'll spot it at the 46. So Texas takes over. First and 10 at the Bama 46. They could really put some more nails in the coffin of the 2020 Crimson Tide. Again, I simmed this 1,000 times, and Bama won approximately 60% of the time. This is a shocker. Everything's going right for Texas. Campbell and Jones, your split backs. Johnny Lamb Jones and Alfred Jackson, your wideouts. Harris, the tight end. Man coverage for the Bama defense. McEachern pitches to Campbell. He'll pick up 3 to 4.
Second down.
He'll spotted a 3-yard gain. Anderson on the tackle. I formation now for Texas. Pitch out Campbell the other way. He's near the 40.
Third down. Out
Another
of bounds.
3-yard
Injury.
gain. Knocked out of bounds. And Earl Campbell goes limping off the field. Johnson comes in at fullback. So 3rd and 4, 19 seconds left in the third quarter. They go to shotgun formation, 3 wideouts. Johnny Lamb Jones to the top, Mishk and Jackson to the bottom. Ham Jones next to McEachern in shotgun. Harris the tight end. Man coverage for the 2020 Tide. Shotgun snap. Screen. First down! Ham Jones picks up 6, tackled by Moses. That's huge. Texas moves the chains. And that will end the third quarter. 15 more minutes of football. 15 more minutes for a miracle for the 2020 Alabama Crimson Tide. Alabama just has not got their offense in stride. You can see time of possession. That's what you want to do, keep the ball away from Alabama, but they've turned it over 2 crucial times. Here we go, final 15 minutes of football. It's a handoff to Ham Jones. He's going to pick up 8.
Second down.
Actually, they'll mark it at 6. Wow. I thought that was 8. 2nd and 4. Texas probably trying to run some clock here. Johnson, the up back. Campbell's on the sideline. They're working on his ankle. Jones behind him. 2nd and 4 from the Bama 28. It's a reverse to Harris, the tight end, and he picks up 1. Again, a little razzle-dazzle. Some success for Texas on the razzle-dazzle plays. 4 wide out set. 13:53 left in this game. 3rd and 3. Wyatt the lone setback. Everyone up in the box for Bama. They must deny this first down. Wyatt's got it.
First down.
4 yards. Here's the replay. Great blocking. Texas comes firing off that line, pushing the Bama defense back. First down for the Longhorns at the Bama 23. Jones and Johnson, your split backs for the 77 Longhorns. It's a blitz, and they bring down Ham Jones at the line of scrimmage. All-out run blitz by Bama. They need a turnover here. 12:41 left in the game. Texas with the ball on the Alabama 23. McEachern to throw, complete to Jackson. Quick hitter, picks up 5. Patrick Surtain on the tackle, 3rd and 5. Mishk is in the slot. Wyatt goes off the field. Or Johnson goes off the field. Jackson and Jones, that's Johnny Lamb Jones to the bottom of the screen. Harris, the tight end. 3rd and 5. Man coverage for the Tide. McEachern throws. Incomplete. So the Bama defense holds. Here comes a field goal team for the 77 Longhorns. Exelbin has missed an extra point. He kicks it. And he shanks it.
Wide right.
There is still hope for the Crimson Tide. A long drive goes for naught for Texas. 11:53 left in the game. Alabama down 17. Texas 27. Alabama 10. Mac Jones in shotgun. 3 wide receiver set. It's a handoff to Harris. Harris has some running room.
Second down.
6 yards. Mac Jones under center. 4 wide out set. He throws. Incomplete. Off the fingertips of Waddle. 3rd and 4. Mac Jones a throw. Incomplete again.
4th down. Penalty.
He was looking for the tight end forestall. Schultz on the coverage. Personal foul on Texas. And that's going to give Alabama a crucial first down. A late hit, it looks like, on the tight end. Alabama 1st and 10 at their 41. McLean and Harris, your split backs. Smith and Mechie, your wideouts. First all is the tight end. Zone coverage for the Longhorns. It's a run by Harris. And he'll pick up
2nd down.
4. Nothing in the middle. He bounced to the outside. Tackled by Bones. Under 11 to play in the game. Bama's got to pick up their pace here. 3 wide receivers set. Robinson alone setback. Jones under center. Mac Jones rolls. He's going to throw. Back across the other way to Robinson. Down. Picks up 11. Copeland on the stop. Jones in shotgun now. It's a handoff to Harris. Harris picks up
2nd down.
3. They got to go quicker. Campbell's ready for the Longhorns. Mac Jones under center. 3 wide receivers set. Reverse. Forestall.
3rd down.
He picks up 2. 3rd and 5. Jones. Harris. First down. Near the 30.
1st down.
But they're chewing up clock. 4 wide receivers set. Jones back to throw. He pumps. He throws. Complete to Harris. Harris racing for the end zone. He's brought down from behind. 20 yards. Jones to Harris. Alabama on a roll. Jones. To the pylon. Incomplete.
2nd down.
I agree, Brad. It's the way they play the game. But there are ways to... It's a joke. They've changed the rules. You can't play defense in pro football or in college. I don't disagree with you at all. You're assuming... Again, this is all assumptions by both of us. You're thinking that Bama should steamroll the 77 Texas Longhorns. I told you I simmed it 1,000 times. They win about a 60%. The game is just going right for Texas. I'm not playing as either team. Again, I simmed this 1,000 times. You can do this in this game. You just click the result. Alabama won 60% of the time. This is part of the 40% that they're not going to win, possibly. And again, to assume that teams are just better now than before, yes and no. I mean, the game was played differently. You could you could bludgeon people back then in college and professional football. Whether you liked it or not, you could do it. Again, bigger, stronger, faster, I get all that. Doesn't mean better. Do you think college football is better now? I think at times it's unwatchable. It's the same crap every week. No one plays defense. I like scoring, but it's not... The overtime rule is asinine, okay? At the end of a game, if it's tied, it should be a tie. And then in the bowl game or the playoffs, fine. They've ruined college football for me. I watch it at times because I still like football, but that's just my little rant. Everyone enjoy what they want. I don't think college football is an exquisite game. As Brad says, yeah, the game can't... Yeah, it's just strange. I thought Alabama was going to win this game, and I'm not disagreeing with anything that you're saying, Brad, at all, and I appreciate your comments. I'm just saying, to me, the rule change, and again, they play more wide open. I get that. I don't mind that. It's just... And it's to me, I enjoy college football still. I don't love it like I used to. I don't... And I'm not saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust. I like to see a combination of things. Everyone plays the same freaking offense. It's a touch football league offense. I played touch football for a few years after I graduated college. And it was just as physical as playing football, except it wasn't tackle. Hell, I played those years of tackle football. I didn't lose any teeth. I played 3 years of touch football. I lost a couple of chiclets. Take a shot to the face with no helmet on. So... But it's a touch football style or a flag football style of offense. Quarterbacks in shotgun constantly. Again, it's okay. I like it. There's no defense. I like defense. Some defense at times. Not all the time. And not every game was great back in the day either. Believe me. Simulation Central. Are you planning to release this mod? Once I get enough teams. I only have 4 teams. It takes me a long time. Because I actually look... I'm not... Whether you like the way I rate them or not, I really do take a long time to rate the teams. And I don't think I do it as good as Mike. Mike in the truck, as we call him. Excellent mod creator along with Lee. So I try my best. When I get about 10, I tell you what, when I get about 8 teams, I'll release it. Or I'll give it to them. I could send them these 4 teams, you know, but you can't play a season. So, but thank you for joining us. There's my man, Brad62. I want the wishbone back. Triple out. I used to love watching that. That was one of the most fantastic offenses to watch. All right, back to the game. Here we go. Alabama, 7:07 left. Mac Jones under duress, and he's sacked again. And it's McMichaels gets him. I think that's his 3rd sack. I think McMichaels has sacked him 3 times, and that's a huge loss there. So game stats. Defense. Yep, Steve Mongo McMichaels has sacked Mac Jones, who's going to have nightmares of Michaels 3 times. 2nd and 10 from the Texas 11. Jones is... Oh, this is the replay. This is the replay. My faux pas. That's the replay. Alabama, hurry up offense. 4 wide receivers set. And a flag on Bama. As they going the wrong way. 3rd and 23. Holy crap. Shotgun. Mac Jones. Under duress. He throws deep to the middle. Incomplete.
4th down.
4th down. They're going for it. Jones out of shotgun. Throws. Incomplete. Jones was looking for the Heisman Trophy winner, DeVonta Smith. As Anthony from Bleacher Bums Gaming says, Al being one of those get off my lawn guys right now, LOL. Yeah, I was. I apologize for that. I don't know. Simulation Central. Okay, I know how long it takes to make mods, as I've made them before. And with the modern teams, what's cool is you can get a lot of... Again, I try to... I had Alabama's defense, and they're still... I'll show you after. I had to bring it back a bit, because when I was looking... And then, again, these are just... I'm still tweaking these teams. Again, we'll sim a couple of games real quick after this is over. And I'll show you, I did not make Texas to be unbeatable. I didn't. I'm telling you. It's just everything's going right for Texas. They're going to try to run clock here. Campbell, the up back. He'll pick up 4.
2nd down.
5. Under 6 to play. Ham Jones with the carry. 1st down and more!
1st down.
16 for Ham Jones. Hamming it up now. On the sideline are the Longhorns. Just over 5 minutes of play. Wyatt gets the carry. And he's going to pick up a 1st down. They're just running all over this Bama defense, who must be tired. Under 5 to play. Campbell bounces off the line of scrimmage. Goes to the out for 2. Campbell and Jones split backs. Jones has. He stopped at the line. 3rd and 8. I formation for Texas. Campbell with the ball. He'll pick up 1 or 2. It's a 2-yard gain. And they're going to punt. 2:28 left in the game. That flag's going to be on Texas, I believe.
Penalty.
As Anthony says, he's rating college teams for grid zone as he listens. Cool. That's fun. I like that. I watched some of that. And again, Texas to punt again. And that's going to go out. Inside the 5. Bama shadow their own end zone. That could be a safety. Harris just gets it. Why are you... They've conceded, I guess. They got to throw deep. 2-minute warning. Let's get back to the game. Here comes an all-out blitz. Jones throws incomplete. Could be roughing the passer here. Nope. Pass interference on Churchman. 1st and 10 for Bama. At their 7, so it was holding or something. Jones rolls, completes the tight end forestall.
1st down.
They gotta go. Jones back to pass again. Throws deep to the sideline. Complete to DeVonta Smith.
First down. Injury.
33 yards to Smith. There's an injury, and it's going to be on the injuries. The left cornerback for the Longhorns, Hatchett. Alabama races to the line of scrimmage. Mac Jones going to get sacked again.
Second down.
And it's Schultz this time, the linebacker. Alabama with 3 timeouts, not calling them. This could be it. Incomplete.
Third down.
So the 77 Longhorns will defeat the 2020 Crimson Tide 27-10. Jones in shotgun. Garbage time now. Hand off to Robinson.
Fourth down.
Alabama trying to get one last play off. They will. Jones throws complete to Bolden, and that's the ball game.
First down. Out of bounds.
Nope. 3 seconds left. Jones throws incomplete.
Second down.
That's the ball game. The 77 Texas Longhorns 27, the 2020 Alabama Crimson Tide 10. We're going to look at some stats, and we'll sim some other games real quick. So here are the highlights. Here's the Campbell. They could have been worse. Earl Campbell fumbled. This was the opening drive. Texas running the ball down their throats.
Fumble.
And that was that. And we just watched the game. Let's go back. Go back. Quickly look at some stats. Texas dominating. 353 yards of total offense. Alabama 311. They just didn't put points on the board. And the stat that means the most, the win. So it's points on the board. Randy McEachern, I can never say his name. 11-17, 130 yards, 3 touchdowns. Mac Jones, 19-32, 275 and a pick. They got some rushing yards in garbage time. Harris, 17 for 45 and a touchdown. Texas, Campbell, 27 for 122 and a touchdown, but he fumbled. Ham Jones, 15 for 77. Receiving, Johnny Lamb Jones, 4 for 21 and a touchdown. Alfred Jackson, 3 for 35 and 2 touchdowns. Alabama, DeVonta Smith, 6 for 94. Then Harris out of the backfield, 3 for 47. He spread the ball out pretty nice. I'm happy about that. Moses, the leading tackler, with 10. Fumble recovery was by Moses. That was the Campbell fumble. For Texas, Steve Mongo McMichaels with 3 sacks. Schultz had a sack and a pick. And a fumble recovery by Taylor. Leading tackler was Taylor, the linebacker, with 8. All right, let's go back now. And let's go back to the menu. And yeah, let's keep the game. So now let's go to Quick Play Exhibition. All right, so we're not going to do that. Now, we have Alabama, and we'll have them on the road. And we've already seen this, but let's analyze this game. Let's do it 1,000 times. Alabama wins 57.5% of the time. Again, the games are pretty close when they go average score. So again, things went right in this game for Texas. So if anyone thinks I made Texas unbeatable, I didn't. It's just it went right. All right, now let's play Alabama on the road against Pitt with Tony Dorsett. All right, now let's sim that 1,000 times. Where do we? Oh, analyze game. Alabama wins 73% of the time, where Pitt only wins 26% of the time. Again, the games are close, but Alabama wins. Again, those are average scores. So there might be blowouts in there and stuff like that. Okay? So again, I made Alabama so people who think I made Alabama bad, I didn't. I understand Alabama's really good, all-time historical great team. All right, now let's play them against my beloved 84 Boston College Eagles and Doug Flutie. This will not be pretty because Boston College defense, not really good. Let's analyze the game 1,000 times. Actually, not horrible. Alabama wins 69% of the time, approximately. Boston College, 31%. When Boston College won, they put up 31 points. When they lost, they only put up 20. Okay? Again, I just want to show you guys, in case people think, oh, I made Alabama horrible. I actually like Nick Saban in Alabama, which I never thought I would say. I'd like to say hello to Steeler fan 1933. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so now let's reverse it. Let's make Alabama the home team, and Pitt. I think Alabama will win much easier. Well, they handled Pitt quite easily. So now Alabama's at home. Let's run it 1,000 times. And Pittsburgh, again, not faring well. They're going to lose a lot. Alabama's going to win almost 86% of the time at home. Yeah, it's a cool tool, Brad. I just want to show you guys. It just worked out. I thought Alabama was going to win the game. I was just hoping for a close game. So, okay. Now, they beat Pitt pretty easily. Not all the time. Pitt could beat them. And if you're playing as one of these teams, you might have a better chance of winning. So, Pitt loses. Let's go Texas. I think Alabama will win. Again, they're going to win the majority of these games. Select Texas. And now you analyze. Again, 1,000 or 100 doesn't really matter. We'll do 1,000. It takes seconds. And again, Alabama at home, 76%, almost 77% will defeat Texas. Things just went right. I didn't play as either team. Things just went right with the engine for Texas. Like when you roll the dice in any kind of game, there's an engine behind it. And I'll show you some stuff here in a moment. I didn't want this stream to go too long. I'll do that in another stream. Okay, so who did we do? Now we'll do Boston College. They're going to get crushed. Analyze the game 1,000 times. Again, Alabama at home will be victorious approximately 86% of the time against Boston College. When Boston College wins, they got to put up 30 points. They got to put up points. They're not going to win in a defensive struggle. Alabama wins. They limit them to 19 points. That's an average score. Okay, now for ha-has, let's do... So Alabama, to me, is the powerhouse team that I created. Does everyone agree? I just simmed it all. Right? Again, I know that I understand modern football. I'm not... Anthony said the old man get off my lawn. Yes and no. So let's do Boston College against Pitt. Analyze game. Run 1,000 times. Pitt wins 68% of the time. Boston College is probably the weakest team right now. Again, when Boston College, though they don't put up a lot of points even when they win. Let's go Boston College against Texas. In Texas. And again, Texas at home, about 78, 79% defeats Boston College. You can win the games. Again, it's not like they're always going to lose. And when you're coaching against the sim engine, and with every update, the sim engine gets better and better when you're playing against it. All right, so Boston College is not going to fare well. You can win. They're the weakest team of the four, which I already knew. I've already done Pitt. Well, we'll do it again. Pitt and... I did that earlier in the year when I made these teams. Let's select Pitt. This will be the last one. So Texas again at home. 74% against 20, again, we'll just say 75-25. And those are defensive struggles. Again, doesn't mean every time the score is going to come out to 17-6 or 14-7. Just means that's the average score. There you have it. Let's go back. Go to editor's mode real quick. I have to find my Heisman Trophy League. All these are free. And you can mod them any way you want or change them. I'm making my... So this is my Heisman Trophy League. And let's just look real quick. Teams. Alabama. Then we click here. Team offense. I made them... So let's just look at attributes. The higher the number, the better. No one's a 9. No one's a 9, because that's ridiculous. I had some stuff in 9. I brought it down to 8s. Because you just can't, in my opinion, you can't do it. I mean, like Jim Brown would be a 9 at times. So, discipline. Avoiding penalties, 7. That's good. Okay, that's good. Ball security, 8. Excellent. Red zone offense, 8. They had a tremendous red zone offense. 2-minute offense, 8. This is Alabama 2020. Team defense. Stop big plays, 7. Cause fumbles, 5. Red zone defense, 7. Defensive stamina, 7. Offensive players. Mac Jones. The higher the number, the better. His completion rating 1 through 9. 8 for short. 8 for medium. 7 for long. Avoid interceptions. He only threw 4 picks. So he's 9s across the board. The backup quarterback's 9s because he didn't throw any picks. So you can't have a pick if you didn't throw a pick. Could it happen? Yeah, in the sim engine, but it shouldn't happen a lot. Harris. Najee Harris. Strength 7, quickness 7, that's to get to the outside. Speed's breakaway speed 7. I think these are all pretty fair. You can't rate, you have to look at the yards people get. You can't sit there and go, oh, that. So now, my theory when I do this, I cannot really rate anyone in 2020 as a team, obviously, better. They can be close, but they cannot be better than Alabama because Alabama won every game. But anyway, that's how you... So if you were going to make a player, you would bring over the fictional team. Like here. Copy team from other league. Then you go here. Select. College. These are all fake. I mean the players. Let's like if I wanted to do Army, which won 9... Did they win 9 games this year? Again, here's Army. So I take Army, right? I'm going to double click on Army. These are all fictional players. I'm positive of it. Even though they won 9 games, you're going to look at the stats and we'll just say, we'll go out there. They don't throw the ball a ton. So even when the guy made the fictional team, he made it pretty, they don't throw the ball. Army doesn't throw the ball. And you have to look at other things and you rate it the way you want. But it's pretty fun. Oh, that's pretty... I didn't know you could do that. Click next. Anyway, cancel. Back out. I'm actually going to get rid of that. Oops. Back. And click here. I'm going to get rid of the Army team. Yes, delete it. So there you have it. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Well, again, we'll go to Alabama. So you want to look at team offense. Oh, no, sorry. Offensive players. Offensive linemen. You only have 6 linemen. Again, there's limited space, the way the game is. They're working on to have full rosters. I don't think they'll have, like, for college. I think that most you can have, like, 53 men. They're not going to have, like, 70-man rosters like they do in college. But, again, it's a pro game. You can adjust it. So, yeah. So, again, tremendous. Alex Leatherwood won an award. 998. Run blocking, pass blocking, durability 8. The highest rate. It's just... So it's a lot of fun to make these. It takes me a while. That's why I only do a couple of teams now and then, because I like playing the game as opposed to making teams. So hats off to the mod creators. If you want to look at defense, you can rate your defensive linemen. Linebackers are kind of tough because it's tough to judge, are they good in pass coverage? So I kind of took an overall team view of that. You know, Bama did give up passing yards. Not that they gave up a lot, but they did. They're much more better on the run defensively. But that's like with most good defensive teams. You're going to stop the run better than the pass. So yeah, you can rate everybody. You have to change the names, and I actually put in the real jersey numbers. I didn't do anything with the ages because I didn't care about that. I put in if they were a junior. Again, while I'm here, let's change. Well, I'll do it later. Then you have special teams. Like Rickard did not miss a field goal all year, but you can only go 99%. So in the game, there's a 1% change that he could miss. And as long as field goal is 52, which is accurate. I mean, that's kickoff distance, 52. Again, I went on the Alabama stats site, so these are accurate. And his max field goal was 52. But he didn't miss a field goal from any distance. So if you're going to get in his field goal range, he only has a 1% chance of missing. Is it a perfect game? No. Is it a pretty accurate game? Yes. Is there any perfect game? No. Do I enjoy this game? Yes. And there you have it, folks. Enough of me babbling. Thank you for your time. I greatly appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed our little sim. Again, it's for fun and ha-has and see, I'm trying to get this accurate. But again, I showed you Alabama's the strongest team out of the 4 teams I made. It just went right for the Texas Longhorns. I don't want anyone to think I nerfed it, as they called it. So let's go back. Exit editor. Yes. And back. Pro Strategy Football 2021. Fun game. I like it. I'd like to say thank you to Brad62, Philip Reynolds, Bleacher Bums Gaming, our good friend Anthony. Check out Glory Days Boxing, another fabulous game. Card and Dice Boxing, my favorite game. Baseball Demos was here. Hope all is well. Steeler Fan 1933, a.k.a. Matt. Simulation Central, thank you very much. Mousy Dread, always good to see you. Tribes Fan 879. SDG Replays. Alan Greggy. RF. And again, I'd like to thank Carrie and Mike. Carrie Batts being the creator of this game. If you haven't seen the interview we had, we went almost 3 hours. Myself, Carrie, and Mike, a.k.a. in the truck. Mike, wonderful mod season creator along with Lee. Hopefully we can have Lee on with them next time. And they explained the game quite well. They're very open to people's ideas on how to improve the game. And if they can do it, they're honest with you. They'll try and do it. If they can't, they're honest with you. We can't do it. So where do you get that? Where do you get that? The only other place you get that is with Anthony. And Glory Days Boxing. And Kurt Berglund from Pine Tar Baseball. Also are very nice to come onto my channel and we talk their games and other things. So thank you very much. Happy Sunday. Health and happiness. Stay safe. Be smart. God bless. You know what's coming, folks. I love you all. Peace!